Thank you for joining us. For North Metro TV News, I'm Rusty Ray.
And I'm Danica Peterson. At this week's Anoka County Board meeting, the commissioners clashed over how to choose the next county administrator. Current Administrator Jerry Soma announced that he will retire in May. In the search for his replacement, the board considered a few options. Commissioner Mandy Meisner made a resolution that proposed an internal search for a minimum of 30 days with a commitment to interview at least 2 qualified candidates. The board voted and did not pass that resolution. 3 board members voiced support for a resolution to appoint Board Chair Rhonda Sivaraja as administrator.
Rhonda has unblemished integrity. Integrity is defined as the quality of being honest and having strong moral values and principles and uprightness.
I truly believe that the past performance of someone is a great indicator of future performance. Commissioner Sivaraja's track record is exceptional.
In my 19th year of elected office, I served with a 7-member council in the city of Coon Rapids prior to coming to the county board. We're at 7 members. I've worked with a lot of different elected officials that have come and gone. Some very good at what they do, including this board. This board is full of some very talented people. But I have never met the talent and the logical skills that Commissioner Sivaraja possesses. I would never have recommended a colleague of mine elected, including myself, to ever serve in the capacity of administrator until I've worked with Rhonda for the last 6.5, 7 years. She's incredible.
The resolution did not pass with a deadlocked vote of 3-3. Commissioner Look then made a motion similar to the resolution by Commissioner Meisner. He proposed an internal search for a minimum of 30 days that allowed the current administrator to narrow the field to 3 candidates who would then be interviewed by the board, at which point the board would decide who to hire. This leaves the board without a clear path forward as how to get ready to hire one of the highest paying jobs within Anoka County government.
I've always believed it's important for a city council, county board, school board, whatever it might be, to work through and reach a unanimous decision.
Sivaraja was not at this meeting, but released this statement to North Metro TV News. Quote, I appreciate the thoughtfulness of my fellow commissioners in working to ensure they are comfortable with the decision and appointment of this critical position. Clearly, Jerry Soma has big shoes to fill. He has been an amazing administrator and leader. His retirement is certainly going to be a huge loss for Anoka County. I am blessed to have worked so closely with him for so many years.
After the meeting, we spoke with Commissioner Mandy Meisner about how she approached this decision-making, how she felt the meeting played out, and where she thinks the county goes from here.
I certainly have gotten a lot of emails and calls in regards to this issue, and this is a big deal, right? The county administrator retiring doesn't happen terribly often, and it is the top position in Anoka County in terms of employee staff.
And so the attention paid to this is justified, you think, because of the process, not the people involved. It sounds like you were saying it's the process and making sure that everybody understands that. Is that kind of what this boils down to in one regard?
You know, normally whether it is a school board, looking for a superintendent, or a city looking for a new city manager, these top level positions are typically have some kind of process in place. And so I just assumed Anoka County would also have some kind of process in place to help guide me to make a good decision. And so I was surprised at that alone. But then when I realized that the direct board appointment has been something that has been going on historically, and that other counties certainly practice that as well. In workshop, my colleagues, again, they really did express that the in-house promotion was the best course of action. They felt very strongly about that. And so my resolution was my compromise of listening to them and saying, okay, let's keep it really simple. Let's try to get this really workable, which basically was a job posting, which means a job description for 30 days, as well as interview candidates with a minimum of 2 candidates to interview. So there could absolutely be more, but a minimum of 2. And so I have to say, I really appreciate both Commissioner Gamache and Commissioner Look's attempt to try to work with the resolution that I put forth. But in the moment, as you mentioned, it was a split-second decision. I really thought, okay, my resolution was was my compromise. And the whole point of it was that I wanted to see options. So options mean more than one. So again, once we clarified it too with the county attorney, so in the event though, if there truly was only one applicant, of course, absolutely, we'll go back to the table. I would not hold up the process if there's one only candidate. We just go back and amend it and then conduct the one singular interview. So that would be fine if that were to happen. Again, it's about options, and options mean more than one.
Well, no matter who was there at the meeting, there were only 6, so the votes were both 3-3. And so we're kind of at this strange, maybe somewhat unexpectedly, a stalemate here. So now what happens? People probably wonder what happens now, because this process, he's going to retire, so they've got to have something coming up next.
This kind of stalemate typically does not happen. I can tell you that Jerry Soma has already said that he has some flexibility if if we can't figure this out quickly. And then, we do have a deputy county administrator as well who can certainly do the job in the interim as the board figures out how to move forward together.
You are new to this commission, new to some of this process, but this seems like this is an opportunity for the whole commission and the county government itself to really examine this process and really try to make sure that people understand what's going on. I think that seems like an opportunity.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity. And, again, if this is the way it's been done historically, that's okay. I get it. But to jump at the chance and challenge, right, the same old, bring in an innovative approach, I think that I will absolutely jump at every opportunity to make improvements to process and re-examine things where we can do better.
Meisner took over for longtime County Commissioner Jim Kordiak in January.